exact, because right now we are discussing about Indian companies. It's not that SAP is only relevant for Indian companies, it is applicable worldwide. So wherever, in whichever country you are working with, whichever country you are working with is, so when we talk about such type of a country, we have to go like, we are thinking it from country point of view, that it is registered under that particular country's law and regulation. So if we are registering companies like Tata Motors, Tata Steel, Tata Salt, Tata Tea, okay, then how we can say that these companies which are registered under such headings, then we have to have these transactions which we are going to perform, they are totally a separate legal entities that are registered and considered. So whenever we are even discussing it as a Tata group as a whole, still they will not necessary that all of them are using SAP, or all of these entities, or there are n number of Tata entities. So not necessary that Tata as an entity everywhere they are using SAP. They might be using different softwares, right? So even we are considering different softwares and different companies. So for each and every company, they will bear their own expenses. So if Tata Motors has need to do the SAP implementation, they will purchase their own server, because that server will have a limitation. All Tata Group's transaction cannot be included or cannot be saved in one single database of Tata Motors server, because it's a transaction wise, volume wise, it's very volume wise also, it's a very big. Secondly, no company can share its own transactions, even though they are from Tata Motors and Tata Steel, they are not at all sharing any kind of information as a company with each other, right? We are talking about the general company, not at a higher management level. Why? Because they are totally different entities which are registered. So whenever we talk about it as a project, Tata Motors is totally going to be considered as a different project, and Tata Steel or Tata Tea, whatever we are considering, they are totally going to be considered as the separate project. Got it, everyone? Clear? In a same platform, we will create different companies with different company codes. No. Even though SAP is the same platform, Shubha, still there is some limitation, right? As I mentioned just now, that even though it is SAP as a platform, I cannot merge each and everything in same server or same SAP, right? So whenever we say that we got some project, so every entity is a different legal entity for which you are performing different project activities. Got it? So it is not that in SAP it is the same platform, so I can do all the company codes in one single server. That is not at all a possibility. And they will not approach to you like that. I mean, see, Tata Motor and Tata Tea, both of them are approaching to you at a time. This is also not going to happen, right? Let's say, for example, Infosys is working and Infosys got Tata Motors project. Then not necessary that Infosys only will get Tata Tea project. Might be some other company can get that project. TCS will get Tata Tea project, right? Or even if let's assume that Infosys is getting Tata Tea and Tata Motors both projects, Infosys got. Still, in Infosys, there are two separate teams who are going to work on Tata Motors and Tata Tea as a project. They are not at all anything in common that they are sharing with. So two different consultants, every team, everyone will be different. No transaction, nothing is going to happen. They are totally considered as two separate projects, even though they are going to approach a same company. Clear, everyone?
Or we can say they have separate balance sheet and profit and loss account.
Correct, exactly. Financial statements from SAP point of view, not only I'm saying, that's what I'm trying to tell since last time, that it's not only about SAP. It is like they are even registered under different companies. I mean, as per registration, they are legal separate entities, right? Why? Because they are preparing their own financial statements, they are bearing their own expenses, they are not at all sharing anything in common between them, right? That is why whenever we talk about such type of a project, even though we consider it as a Tata or Reliance or any other group, I mean, Normally we know these companies, so I'm taking these examples. Any company, if you consider, we need to have some kind of a common parameter need to be considered, so that you can have multiple company codes, but there should be some logic, like not like Tata Tea and Tata Motors. So I hope everyone is clear about it. Okay. Now the next.
Ma'am, I have one question.
Lawrence, tell me.
Just to take example for Tata Motors. Tata Motors has will have different service like sales and services. Both this business has separate financial statements. In this scenario, how we will implement? It will be
Means
only
give
one
me
step.
an example. Tata Motors is selling cars. So
Yeah. And they have service also.
Car repairing services, you are saying?
So in
Okay.
this case, maybe they have two separate companies and two separate entities, and they will have separate financial statements.
Need to check if they have then under Tata Motors. If you are preparing, then this cannot be created under same server. I mean, if it belongs to Tata Motors itself as a company, if it is a separate legal entity, but it belongs to Tata Motors Group itself, then in the same server you need to create it as a separate company code, which does not have any relationship with this data. But usually services is not a different company code usually.
But it is possible, right? If we create separate company codes, can
In
have same
SAP,
server.
see, in SAP, you can create 200, 400 company codes also. SAP as a server does not have any kind of issue. Okay. I mean, as a server, as a space, or as a company system is not going to allow you. It is not at all the case, right? We are trying to think it from real time point of view. Got it?
Okay.
Now let us take example as the same way that example you are taking, Lawrence, right? Let's say that there is a businessman. Okay, he is actually having a business line of 6-7 businesses. Like he is there into manufacturing of some machine part which he is trying to supply. Then he is also trying to manufacture some cloth. Okay, he is also trying to, I mean, he is manufacturing some plastic bottles, right? Like that, he has 6-7 business lines. Fine. And he's a renowned businessman at some place like Delhi, for example. Fine. Let's assume his name is Mehta and Industries. Mehta and Industries, they have a company, properly listed company. Okay. And that listed company, under that, they have these 6-7 different business lines. Now, Mehta Industries is not as big as Reliance or as big as Tata. Fine. So they have decided that they wish to go for SAP implementation. Now, for SAP to consider it as a company who is manufacturing bottles, who is manufacturing some kind of a machines, who is trying to manufacture some kind of a cloth related product or something like that. So these 6-7 lines are such lines that they are not at all anything in common in between them. Got it? So such type of 6-7 industries business lines are there, but the transaction volume is not that much big that he have that even Tata, if we consider Tata Motor, Tata Tea, Tata Steel in one server, it is not possible because volume of a transaction is very high. Correct, to store it in a database. But for Mehta Industries, even if I'm creating 6 different company codes under one single SAP server, users can post 6 different entries in using different company codes. Why? Because even though there is a I mean, even if it is a limited company or listed company, and even if there are transactions which are taking place in a large volume, still they are not that much transactions if we compare the business with Tata Empire or Tata Motors or Tata Steel. Got it? So if such case is there, and if you have a client who is using different lines, but the volume or the business is there in such a way that they are okay, they are getting accustomed in one single server will not have any kind of a load that we are aware of, then for such type of companies, you can go ahead by doing the implementation means while doing implementation you will create these 6 different company codes which are in same server but they are not having anything in common between them. Got it? So it all depends upon what kind of transactions and what kind of project you are going to work on. So as a SAP system, see, let me clarify again, as a SAP, as a system, SAP does not have any limitation. Like you can create only 6 company codes, or you cannot create 2 different, Tata Motor and Tata Steel under one SAP server. You cannot share server. SAP as a software or as a product company, they do not have any problem. But we have to think it from real-time business point of view, that is it going to be possible to include these company codes in same server? Are they going to have transactions, volume of transaction, is it going to be sufficient? If server maintenance cost is there, is it going to happen that Tata Motors and Tata Steel, they both will share the server cost? They both will share the maintenance cost? No, they are not, because they are totally different legal entities. Got it? So
Yes.
depending upon such type of circumstances and scenarios, you need to decide. Fine. So I hope everyone is clear about this concept.
Yes, clear, ma'am.
Okay, fine. Okay, so these are different examples. So when we talk about a company, these are some examples, same way I have taken here. Okay, so Tata, Salt, all these examples, as we mentioned, that yes, it is the case where we have to consider the company. So when we talk about a group in SAP, it is called as a group of company. So let's say if I'm talking about the Tata Steel as a company, Tata Steel is called as a company code. Company code is for the company code, the definition is any organizational unit for which you have to prepare the financial statements. Okay, any smallest organizational unit for which we usually prepare our financial statements, that is P&L balance sheet, they are called as company code. So normally we call these as companies, right? I mean, these we usually refer as company. Tata Motors company, Tata Tea, Telco, Tata Steel, Reliance Fresh, Reliance Fabric, Petroleum. These are the companies that we normally call it as. But these companies which are there, to them we in SAP we call or we use the word company code. So what is company code? Company code is the entity for which we have to prepare the financial statements. And company is the term which is usually getting used for group of company. So when I'm saying Tata group of company, it is not at this level. See, this is Tata group. Actually, Tata group means what? If we consider Tata group, under Tata group, we have these many companies. These means there are n number of course, but these many companies. So under Tata group, even these are the companies, but from SAP point of view, if my company is doing a project of Tata Motors, they have a separate SAP server. So in their server, they may have a Tata group company, which is only related to Tata Motors group. Okay, again, it is a separate server. Like, for example, I am using my own laptop. I am creating on my laptop a Tata group company, a separate server. Let's assume it is not case that we are preparing. Now on Lawrence laptop, he is creating another company, which is having Tata Motors. So in his server, again, he will have a Tata group company. But this Tata group company is in different server, and this Tata group and this Tata group, they are not at all having anything in common because they are lying in totally different servers. I mean, can I have anything that I can access from Lawrence laptop or Lawrence can access from my laptop? No, they are totally two different machines. Got it? Same way, these are two totally different servers which are there. So when we talk about a Tata group company, don't think it in SAP from under this point of view, from this point of view, that under Tata group we have so many companies. Whatever the company code that you are going to define, for example, Tata Steel is one company code, and for that company code, if I will let you know why we need to create a group of company. But if we have a group of company, then it is called as company. Company means group of company, and company code is the one for which we prepare the financial statements. So if I'm saying Tata group of company, then under that I may have Tata Steel or Tata Steel, like that. They also have a company called as Tata Alloy. So they both are in metallurgy, right? So this is a possible case. Or if we are taking example like Tata Motors, and for example, I have one company code as Tata Motors, who is vehicle manufacturing company. And another example is, for example, I'm considering Tata Truck. So Tata Motors and Tata Truck. These two I can create under one Tata group. Why? Because they both are having something in common, like they are in vehicle industry. So Tata Motors and Tata Truck, if we are creating, and let's say I have to perform some intercompany transaction. Intercompany means the way just before some time Rajesh was discussing, but not from that point of view. Let us assume that Tata Motors company, who is actually manufacturing some of the part which is needed for the purpose of truck to get manufactured. So they have a plant which is actually there under Tata Motors. So they already have that plant line, right, which is manufacturing that part. So what they are doing, they are manufacturing that plant part of product which is required for truck. They are manufacturing it under Tata Motors. So from Tata Motors, now this transaction, when the material will go out, it cannot be directly shown as a sale, because we are not selling it to any other company. But such type of transaction when we perform from my own company code to another company code, then such type of a transactions are called as cross company code or intercompany code transactions. So to perform such type of a transaction in SAP system, what is the prerequisite is that both these company codes should belong to same group of company. Now when we say same group of company, means what? Tata group of company is a group company, and under that we have Tata Truck and Tata Motors. So from system SAP point of view, these two are actually two different entities, correct? But if we try to consider these two entities, and if I have to tell system that to allow the company intercompany transaction between them, then SAP will give you error that these two company codes are not assigned to a group company. So the prerequisite for intercompany transaction is you should have a group company, and under that group company, whatever two or more company codes you have, those need to be assigned to that group company. Got it? So these are my company codes, and this is my group company. So this is called as a company, Tata Group, and Tata Truck and Tata Motors is called as company code. So I hope everyone is clear about the term company code and company. Is there any doubt? Let me know.
I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yeah, Rajesh, tell me.
Suppose if the companies of a group have different clients and they have intercompany transactions.
Different client means?
One is in 400 client, as another is in 600 client. So they have separate clients, and they have intercompany transactions also. How
Then not possible. If you want to have an intercompany transaction, then you need to define them in a same client. Separate client means what? You are sharing the client. I mean, let's say, for example, you are sharing the server, but you do not want any data